Well, I'm so excited because today I'm going to show you how I get this makeup look right here. A minimal makeup look that is very glowy for the summertime. I'm even going to talk about my hair, my fragrance, skincare. I love doing this type of makeup. When I don't want to spend a lot of time on my makeup, I want to be kind of a glowy goddess. This is something that I will do when I just, I want to go out to the farmer's market and maybe lunch with my family, and then we're going to be home the rest of the day, maybe in the pool. Or like today, I've been outside all day. I've been hanging with my family, and tonight me and my hubby are going for date night. I've been in the pool, I've been lounging, and now I want to get a little glam so we can go out together. I'm always going to start out with my skincare, and I want to say thank you to Dalba Skincare for working with me on a portion of today's video. This is Dalba's first spray serum, and I bought this a year ago. I bought this myself back in July of last year, and I have been a fan ever since. I absolutely love this spray for hydrating my skin, and so when Dalba wanted to work with me, it was a no-brainer for me. You see how much I have used of this? I mean, I'm excited that I have another bottle. When I use this spray, I always start by shaking it up. It's a super fine mist, so I spray it onto my skin at the end of my skincare routine. It's kind of my last step before I go in with makeup. I use this all the time. I seriously love using this to prep my skin. Dalba products are infused with white truffle, and they're good for all skin types. White truffles have vitamin C, vitamin B12, minerals, amino acids that help with fine lines, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, make your skin healthier and brighter. This spray does have plant-derived oils. It is a vegan spray, and it gives you some skin relief with locking in the moisture. It gives you glowy skin, and that white truffle really helps with elasticity and antioxidant, which helps with anti-aging. This is the #1 face mist on Amazon. I will link to it down below on Amazon, and that's where I purchased mine last year when I bought it for the very first time, was right off of Amazon. I really love using this spray in the summertime because, we're out in the sun, we've got all those UV rays, and we want to make sure that we're not damaging our skin. So of course I'm always using SPF. I love using the first spray serum to hydrate and protect my skin afterwards to make sure I'm not getting dry or anything like that. I recently went on a trip to a water park with my friend and her kids and my son. It was a great time, and I packed this because I knew after all that time in the sun, I was going to want to spray my face and make sure that my skincare was on and I am taking care of myself. With the #1 ingredient being white truffle, this is so good to have in my skincare routine over the summer. Like, it just really makes sure I get those antioxidants and helps my skin look and feel great after I've been in the sun. This is definitely a summer essential, a summer must-have in my skincare routine. I can definitely see a noticeable difference in my before, when my skin is not glowy and hydrated, and in the after, to where I am just glowing, I look hydrated, I look like I drink water all day and have all my vitamins, and I'm just the picture of glowy goddess health. It is an instant glow to my skin. We all know that the sun and the heat can make our skin even drier than normal because we're losing that moisture. The UV is making our skin irritated, but the white truffle is skin soothing, it's hydrating, it's light, it doesn't clog my pores, which is always a concern for me. I have oily skin, so I do not want something that is going to clog my pores. And it helps repair my skin barrier, which is perfect for me, but especially in the summertime. I love using this on top of makeup too, to give me that extra hydration and glow to my skin. I even love using this on my shoulders, on my chest, to give me that extra glow. Sometimes I'll even spray it on my legs because I want my skin to be hydrated and glowy. I am ready to show you how I got this gorgeous glowy makeup look. So thank you again to Dalba for sponsoring a portion of today's video. But now let's cut to me makeup free. Now that my skin is prepped and hydrated, I'm going to start off with my Rituel DeDe Creature of Light. This is a full face illuminator, and it's going to give me such a beautiful glow, luminosity. It has a tint of color to it, but it doesn't really give coverage. This is an illuminator, so you can use it mixed with your foundation, under your foundation, on top of your foundation for like a targeted highlight. But I just wanted to kind of use it underneath the products we're gonna go with. This is gonna make sure we're extra glowy underneath the skin tint and everything like that that we're gonna go in with. It's just so beautiful. I do like using that illuminator underneath underneath foundations, especially if I'm going for like a medium coverage matte foundation. It can give me a pretty glow and I'll get long wear out of it that way. But since the goal of the makeup look today isn't long wear, it's kind of quick, minimal, glowy makeup, it's gonna work really well underneath our skin tint and concealer that we're gonna use from Salt New York. Salt New York makes it so easy to do makeup quickly. If I'm not filming, I can do this makeup look in 10 minutes, easy. But because I'm talking to y'all, talking about the products, it's definitely gonna take me a lot longer. But I'm gonna start with their skin tint and then their concealer. I'm also gonna use their cream bronzer and their cream blush. And I love these products from Salt New York. I'm gonna start with the concealer first because we're going for more of that minimal look. And if I can just kind of target the concealer, it lets me use a little less product, which is good because these are kind of hydrating, glowy cream products. And I always stayed away from them because I felt like with my oily skin, they just weren't gonna work on me. But they really do. They really do have this gorgeous skin-like finish. And I can get them to wear longer if I use more powder and a mattifying primer, but I'm just going out to date night with my husband. I only need my makeup to really look great for 4 to 6 hours maybe. You know, we're gonna go to dinner, we're gonna hang out. It doesn't get dark till really late here now, so whoops, I'm knocking stuff over. So I want my skin to be summery and glowy, and I'm just going to make sure I cover up any under eye darkness that I have, any redness that I have on my face, anything like that. Again, I can do this so fast when I'm not talking. I can go in with more concealer if I need it in just a bit, but right now I'm gonna go in with the skin tint. This is so pretty, and I just love that everything kind of comes in this one case. Well, it's like a custom case. I picked the 4 shades, but it makes it so convenient just to kind of grab for one product. And if you have dry skin and you don't have to set with powder, like even better and quicker for you, right? See how that looks glowy, but it looks like my skin from over here. It's just a little more coverage, but not a ton, just enough. It still looks like me. And I'm gonna even out to like match the rest of my body once we put the bronzer on. But this shade is just so pretty. Now that my skin is looking even and glowy, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this bronzer. I'm just gonna stamp it on my skin first. These products, like I said, they're not a ton of coverage. They're pretty sheer and buildable, so I don't really have to work to blend. I can just kind of press it on. I love the way bronzer just kind of brings life back to my face. This formula is really pretty and glowy for summer. I'm just gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna go in to a little bit of this blush right here. This is called Persimmon. I do have a code with Salt New York. If you're ever shopping their site, you can use my affiliate code HEATHER10, I believe, to save at checkout, but I will link to everything that I talk about down below in the description box, of course. Look how pretty that blush is, like so pretty. It makes it easy. I'm just dipping into one product and I'm getting kind of my whole face out of it. But you know I have to set with the powder. Before I do that, I'm just going to check and make sure that everything is blended how I need it to be blended. We are definitely looking glowy at this point, and like I said, you could definitely leave it here. Don't set with powder if you don't need to. I have oily skin. I'm living down here in the South in Memphis and I have got to set. So I'm gonna set with one of my favorite powders ever, my NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. I'm gonna set underneath my eyes. I'm gonna set in my T-zone, kind of the forehead, my nose, my chin, and a little bit along my jaw. Obviously, I love this powder. I need to get another one, but you can use whatever powder you like. I just like that. It gives me a little extra brightening and I know it's sets my makeup in place because I have been using it for years. I need to fill in my brows. Now, if you have naturally beautiful full brows, lucky you. My brows are naturally very blonde and thin, and if I don't fill them in, you really can barely see them. So I'm gonna quickly fill them in with my brow pencil and a little bit of my brow gel. This is not a necessary step for everybody, just for me. I could totally leave the house with my makeup like this. I feel like the Salt New York just gives me this like filter finish to my skin to where it looks like my skin, but like a little unreal perfected because I just used a little bit of powder, and with that Rituel DeDe Creature of Light coming through, the Salt New York, it's just looking like perfected, but not makeup-y, but a little unrealistic to be no makeup. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling it. I will definitely wear my makeup like this out of the house sometimes because I think it looks so fresh. But tonight is a date night with my husband and I want to look like a glowy goddess, so we're gonna up it a little bit more. I'm gonna grab my RMS bronzer. This is the shade Tan Lines, and this bronzer is so beautiful because it's a sheer type of bronzer, but it's glowy and you really can't overdo it. Like I'm going in with my brush and I'm going to just kind of go over where I went in with that salt bronzer. I did not set with powder here. I just took the powder kind of here and then a little bit on my jaw, so not right in here. And I'm just gonna blend and let that kind of go over top of our blush and cream bronzer. It's gonna be so cute. I'm also gonna take this bronzer. I'm gonna pick a little bit up on my eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna run this through my socket right here on my eye, just kind of right in here, messy, blending it up and out. Since I'm using a dense but still fluffy shadow brush, it's gonna place the bronzer like more intensely so that the shade's gonna be a little darker than it comes across on my face, and it's just gonna give me that definition that I want. Now, I've seen people use cream blush and bronzers and stuff on their eyes, but since I'm an oily skin girl living in a place where it's 100% humidity, super saturation over here, I need to go in with powders on my eyes, especially since I'm not using an eyeshadow primer. It's just one step that I'm gonna skip. If I were going in with full eyeshadow, I would not skip that step. But again, I'm just needing this makeup to last for a few hours and be glowy. The highlighter that I'm gonna use is this Sigma highlighter in Savannah. I love this highlighter. I've talked about it so much. And this is gonna go on the inner part of my lid and right there on my inner corner like that. Super simple, super quick. Just giving myself a little bit of glow on the lid. And I'll just kind of go back with my bronzer brush, blend, make sure everything is looking how I want it to. Maybe even run it underneath my eye a little bit. I like this bronzer from RMS because it's very golden-y and it doesn't have any like pink or red tones to it. If those types of bronzers are better for your undertone, use those. Like use whatever shade of bronzer you prefer, whether that's a cool tone like contour or a warm tone, a really warm tone, a neutral, just whatever you like. I'm gonna go in with a brown mascara. I love brown mascara for a glowy, bronzy, minimal type of look. So I'm gonna use this one from YSL. It's the Lash Clash, and it is my absolute favorite mascara, and it's my favorite brown mascara especially. I wanna also use just a little bit of brown eyeliner. This one is from Makeup by Mario, and this is just gonna go in my lower waterline and in just a tiny bit to give me a little definition. You could also use a nude shade if you want to make your eyes look like brighter and more open. but I love using a really warm brown color. We are almost done, but I want to make it a little more glowy. So the Sigma highlighter that we used on our eyes, I'm going to use it on my cheeks as well, right back here, because, you know, more is more. Like, we're glowy, but I want to be more glowy, glowier. Why not? I'm gonna highlight my nose, a little bit of my Cupid's bow. Definitely don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I love it. Just give myself that glow, glow, glow. And for lips, I'm gonna go in with my House Labs Le Monster Lip Crayon in Maple Matte. This is kind of a lip color lip liner in one for me. This is kind of a lip liner lipstick all in one for me. I love this formula from House Labs, and I think it's gonna go perfectly with the blush, with the glowy look. Now, it would definitely be pretty to leave the makeup like this, but I'm just gonna add an extra step. I'm gonna go in with this Lawless lip balm to give me a little bit of shine and just a little bit more to my lips. Of course, I'm gonna spritz my face one more time with my spray. For fragrance tonight, I'm using my Kilian Smoking Hot scent. I just let my hair air dry with a little air dry cream today, and then any pieces that are damaged and didn't want to wave, I just wrapped around a curling iron. And now I'm going to go in with my Shimmer Shine spray and spritz my hair and kind of work that in. I'll also give it a little scrunch. All right, y'all, here is my finished look. Glowy minimal products. We used 11 makeup products to get this look. I don't feel like that's too bad. I really don't. You could definitely skip some of the steps if you want to, like the eyeliner or the brows or the 2 lip products if you need to, but I love this look. I feel like a bronzed, glowy queen. I'm ready to go out to dinner with my hubby. Thank you again to DeDe for sponsoring a portion of today's video. Please do check out the link. It'll be in the description box. Check them out. I love their stuff. I was a customer before I started working with them, and I'm just so looking forward to my date night. If you would love to see more of this type of video, minimal, quick makeup, definitely let me know. I would love to hear from you down in the comments. Check out some of my other videos because I upload a ton. I talk about makeup a ton, and I would love to chat with you down in the comments about any and all things makeup.